Full disclosure, you should know that I have a long-time soft spot for Honda Civic Si. I read about them in the 80s, and as a young driving enthusiast, I cut my teeth on them in the 90s and 2000s. I even owned one. In fact, I just bought a vintage Si, a Mint 88 CRX. I tell you this because you should also know that it's been around a decade since I really loved a new Civic Si. That's why I'm so eager to drive this new 10th gen, which is based on the much improved new Civic. Is it good enough to win me over? Well, before hitting the street, I booked a little time here at M1 Concours to find out. As has always been the Honda Civic Si's formula, this is a front-wheel drive compact with 4 cylinders and a manual transmission right here between the seats. But this generation of Honda Civic Si is a very different animal, and that's because there's a turbo under the hood for the first time ever. No more VTEC kicked in, yo. This is forced induction. The engine has the same 205 horsepower as last time, but the way it delivers power is totally different. It's got 194 pound-feet of torque, and it pulls from down low, so you don't have to wring its little 1.5-liter neck to get it moving. And that means you can pull out of corners here on the racetrack or out on the street with real authority. It's quick, but not decidedly so. 0 to 60 takes around 6 or 7 seconds. And you do lose a lot of the maniacal, rev-happy mechanical feel that defines so many generations of Civic Si thanks to their sky-high red lines. The thing is, this car only revs to 6,500 RPM, so it's more livable, more tractable every day, more civilized, but it's not as much of a screamer. For some Si faithful, that's going to be a big turnoff. But helping balance the books is a new variable ratio power steering system that manages to be both significantly quicker and deliver actual road feel. And what's this? The Si not only has a sport mode, it's got adjustable dampers and a limited slip differential. In practice with a limited slip differential, that means it's got enough starch for track days, but it also has an excellent ride and handling balance out on the street. And I do mean excellent. The short throw shifter is a nice change. It's better than the last Civic Sport I drove. But I will say, I wish that the clutch engaged a little bit more progressively off the floor and had a cleaner bite point. Honda's manual transmissions and clutches used to be the toast of the industry. This one is merely pretty good. The cabin nails the key points of what I've always loved about SIs. Great seats, driving position, and a nice grippy wheel. Available tech, though, is lacking. The Si is a one-size-fits-all deal. You can't get navigation, or leather, or even a volume knob, though you do get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Weirdly, you can't even get the same active safety features that you can on other Civics. No lane departure warning, no blind spot warning, no auto brake, no intelligent cruise control. What you see is pretty much what you get. You can't even get good headlights. The fuel economy in this generation is a nice improvement. 28 miles per gallon city, 38 highway, and it doesn't matter whether you get a 2-door coupe like this one or a 4-door sedan. And the Civic Si, it's actually pretty cheap. It starts at under 25 grand. At least for me, I'm not sure the new Civic Si is a love connection again. Look, it's much better than before, but it still lacks the edge, all-weather grip, and outright pace of Subaru's WRX, and the cabin quality and versatility of VW's GTI. But it's important to note that the Si's role has changed. It no longer has to be the rewardingly hard-edged Civic that's fun to play with, but makes you a little jittery and prone to bad decisions. You know, like that one kid from grade school, the one your parents didn't want you hanging around? For that kind of fun, you need a Civic Type R.